What's up, YouTube? Itchy Braids here, back with another video. I'm just outside eating my lunch. I got a salad and some salmon, but today we are on part 2 of returning back to being a human being and tapping into the higher self. Last time I left off on not using cologne, and the reason why you shouldn't use cologne, you know, there's a lot of additives in cologne that we shouldn't put on our body. And not just that, but when you wear cologne, it alters your pheromones. And if you watch the last video, I'll go over how pheromones, they affect how you attract mates, how you attract people who like you or don't on a subconscious level. Today we're covering everything from the neck all the way to the top of the head. Last video I covered everything from the shoulders down to the bottom of the feet, so let's start there. Starting with your mouth. We put a lot of things in our mouth. First thing I want to say is you have to eat a clean, rich, nutritious diet. Health is wealth. When you feel good, you look good. When you look good, you feel good. Also, when you feel good, your body reinforces that energy in a subconscious way, and it allows you to tap into that happiness at a more available rate. Basically, the more you are happy, the easier it is to maintain a happy streak and avoid falling into depression. Where your food and what you intake through liquids, drinks, those alter your hormones, and your hormones affect your feelings. They don't only affect your feelings, but they also affect your growth and development. And with a lot of our modern foods, you know, there are a lot of additives and extra hormones within our food that originally was not in our food, and most of these additives are bad, and they affect the body in a negative way. Not just that, even your water. Many of us may drink from the tap, some of us may drink from bottle, we all have our different ways of drinking water, but we're at the point now to where you even have to get your water tested, because here in the United States, you know, there is a large amount of atrazine in the water. And atrazine, just a little fun fact about atrazine, they found a study in frogs that found that atrazine turns male frogs into females. And there's a lot of additives like that, and these are hormone disruptors. So what do hormones do? They affect the way you develop and grow, and they affect the way you feel. So with that being said, these hormone disruptors are doing exactly what I just said, affecting the way you grow and develop, and affecting your feelings, your well-being. And this all ties into tapping back into who you are, because if you have all of these negative hormones and additives in your body altering the way you feel, you won't even feel like yourself. Therefore, you cannot tap into your true self because you don't feel like your true self. You see, it's this endless loop. Junk food affects how the body develops. You get a junky body. If you eat healthy, you get a healthy body. You look good, you feel good. You feel good, you look good. It's just this interlocking loop that never ends. You know, one big thing about weightlifting, a lot of people don't understand, nutrition is the biggest part. Weightlifting is just, that's part of it, but nutrition is literally, you can ask anybody, that's the biggest part when it comes to gaining muscle, weightlifting, bodybuilding. It's nutrition. And the moral of this is basically just saying, when you buy food, look at the ingredients. Actually read into what you're putting in your body. Same with water. Even if you have well water, you know, when they drill into some aquifers, you know, they dump fluoride intentionally to clean the water. Yes, they do that in some wells. So nobody is really safe until you know for a fact you are safe. But on the topic of fluoride, even toothpaste, when you get fluoride in the body, it calcifies your pineal gland, aka your third eye, aka your pituitary system. That's responsible for not only your spiritual experiences, at least a portion of them, but it also affects your sleep and dreaming state. If you have too much fluoride in your body, it turns your pineal gland into a rock, basically. You don't want that. It's not a pretty crystal. It's a rock that it's in your brain though. It doesn't work. It's almost like a kidney stone. It's bad for you. But now that we've talked about the mouth, let's move on to the nose. So on the topic of the nose, If you are a person that doesn't go outside very much, you should at least have house plants. A few in particular, snake plant and aloe vera. Those two plants produce a ton of oxygen, and you need to breathe to tap into your true self, your higher self. Meditation is a big part of this. You need to be breathing clean air, not dust and particles that shouldn't even be in your house in the first place. Honestly, we're supposed to spend 96% of our time outside anyways. If you go back and watch my first video in this series, I said that. So have houseplants. Surround yourself with plants, preferably plants that produce oxygen. Burn incense. They found that burning certain incense invokes certain energies. You can use this in your meditations depending on what type of meditation you are trying to bring forth, or manifestation. Burn incense. So the moral of that, surround your nose with good positive smells. Poop smell, pee smell, I don't consider that a positive smell. Dust, that's not a positive smell in my opinion. When we smell things, it goes into the subconscious mind and it taps into certain energies. The same way we listen to music. And that's my next point. And this is going to be, I'm just going to glance over this. The music you listen to. You should be very conscious of what the artist is saying and the music you listen to. Like, I get it. I go to the gym and I got a variety of different playlists, but my gym playlist is a lot of just hardcore rap, like gangsta music. And after the gym though, I gotta revert back to my different styles of music. I listen to a lot of R&B, vaporwave, a little bit of rock, indie music, just binaural beats. Those are good for your brain. Have a clean balance. You don't want to just listen to trap, murder music, or even like Satan worshiper, like rock music. So that's the ears. And finally, the eyes. We spend a lot of time looking at a screen. Let's just face it. To fix this, get less screen time. Access your devices at a later time. Don't do it in the morning. That's the worst thing to do. Sun gaze. If you're a new sun gazer, only sun gaze in the evening and when the sun is first rising. If you're advanced, hey, look at it whenever you want to, at your own risk, of course. And here's a little tip I'll share with you guys. Corn silk, which is the little silky stringy stuff that comes off corn on the cob, when you actually get it with the green still on it and you have to peel the green off, the little silky string stuff, you can literally put that in hot water. It'll make like a brownish liquid. Let it cool down and you can use it as eye drops, and it cleanses the eyes. So if you have any eye disorder, glaucoma, cataracts, corn silk is good for just about every eye disorder you can think of, including staring at your screen too much. So these are just a couple of ways to allow you to tap back into your true higher self. Remember, this is all about returning back to being a human being. I could mention shampoo. Make sure you're using a wholesome shampoo with no bad additives or toxic ingredients. But with that being said, if you needed anything further explained, leave a comment and I'll get back to it with a response video. For now, peace.